You are now listening to the Life in Football podcast. Check out the new website, lifeinfootball.com. Once again, the website is lifeinfootball.com. Thanks for listening.
This is a new day to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. This is a new day to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. It's life in football. We are life in football.
Welcome to the Life in Football podcast, baby. I'm your host, Mike Feed.
And this your coach, Colin Moore. You know we loving life and enjoying football.
Top-notch coaches all around the world. Top-notch coaches all around the world. Today, our very special guest is Coach Chris Griffin. He the offense coordinator over there at Victory right now. And I'm telling you, man, he putting things together and he trying to do something special. Just always, man, not just for this season, but season to come. And he got young men, and he raising them into even better men. And these guys going to learn a lot from him, and he putting them in position to win not just in football, but in life. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let C-Mo bring him on.
How you doing, Coach?
Good. How y'all doing?
Hey, good, man. Hey, you know, we've been wanting to have you for a long time, man. So now we got you. It's good,
yes,
man.
Sir. I appreciate you getting time in for me.
Hey, always. I know you and Coach Stu, y'all pretty much like brothers. And I've been watching Coach for a long time. And, boy, y'all be having some plays, man, that had me jump out my seat like, oh, why them boy be doing it? So, man, but I want to start when you was in high school, because both of y'all went to Lakeland High School. Y'all both dominated. But I did not know you had went to Georgia Southern till you had told me one time, correct?
Yeah.
Now, how you ended up picking them versus whoever else was recruiting you?
Yeah, I think the main thing was back then, Georgia Southern had a triple option offense.
Right.
So me being kind of a decent athlete back in the day, that was kind of something that stood out to me. And the main thing was when the head coach came to visit my mom and sit with my stepdad, and he sat out with those rings, man. They get conference championship rings, and he had national championship rings. And Mike Seawalker, man, he set it on the table and said, "You want one of these? Come play for me." And that sold me. That sold me that day. So,
all right.
The biggest thing is, man, that relationship that I built with Coach Seawalker was good. And it started off. So.
Now, when you go to school there, you do your thing, how did you know you wanted to get into coaching?
I think the mentors, man, I had growing up in my life, man, my Uncle Drawford Jones, man, just an outstanding man. He kind of started us early. It was 5 of us, man. Me, Jamar Taylor, Brandon Griffin, Darius Jones, David Lyson, man. All of us are cousins, and that's how we started building that bond because he started us off early, man. We were 7 years old playing for him. He was a 28-year-old man. So he kind of molded us and made us to who we are. And ever since I looked up to him, he was a coach. Yeah. So, of course, that builds into you and that kind of flows into everything you do in your life. So it kind of led me up into coaching now. So.
Yeah.
Now, Coach, what years you was at Georgia Southern?
So from 2005 to 2007. So that was 3 different head coaches. So that was Mike Seawalk. Oh, dang, I forget his name. Let me start back. Mike Seawalk was the head coach. He got terminated. Then they brought in Brian Van Gorder, who was at the Atlanta Falcons. Defense coordinator came down for Georgia Southern. He was there a year. And then we had this new guy come in. That was an air raid guy. So we had 3 different coaches at the time I was there. I went from quarterback to receiver to DB. So, it's just totally different, man, 2005, 2007.
Now, you probably, see, you around the same age as me. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you watched Georgia Southern before you went. Mm-hmm. But do you remember, because I remember watching it live, when Adrian Peterson destroyed Youngstown State in that national championship game.
Absolutely. They call it the run, man. They call it the run. That guy's a legend.
Yeah.
He's when you go in for visits, man, he's there. He's everywhere.
Okay.
Georgia Southern that's AP town, man. That's not anybody else's town but his.
Yeah.
He runs it. So he's an outstanding guy, man. He still does things for the university that to this day. I mean, He just AP's the guy.
Right.
You know, he's the legend there. So
Right. Now, Coach, I heard you talking about your dad and how he helped your cousins, and I want to hear a little more about that, like far as even your mom and how it was for you growing up.
yeah, it's my uncle, but my uncle's Drawford Jones, man. He's the second to last of my grandmother's children, which are 8. He's just always been a stand-up guy. You know what I mean? And for my mom, she's the baby girl, and he's not the youngest, but the second youngest. He was always kind of that leader, that man that you looked up to, because he's close enough in age so you can see him, but not far enough in age that you can't remember what he did when you were growing up. So he's a great guy, outstanding guy. He's a principal now at Kathleen High School. All the turmoil that's going on over there, he just stood up and stood strong and stayed with it. So I'm kind of following in his path. He started off as a math teacher. I'm a math teacher. Started off as a coach. I'm a coach. You know what I mean? So I can see myself being where he is and just kind of following his footsteps. And he just opened up a world of possibilities for him. It's just life outside of football, like you guys say every single day. So
Yeah. Now, Coach, I want to know as well, like, what's your philosophy for offense, man? Because when I look now, there's a lot of it kind of looks similar, the spread, but then you went to a school like Georgia Southern, who was once upon a time was just straight run dominated. So what's your thoughts on today's offense and how it coincides with your offense?
I think just everything you go through in life, and not only football, but everything you go through in life, you learn something. And at Georgia Southern, you're going to learn something. You're going to learn how to run option, how to run veer, how to run midline, how to read defensive ends, how to put all that together, and then kind of going on with the times. Kids want to see that football thrown in there.
Yeah.
Right.
And kids want to score touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know, receivers want the football. And I kind of, where we are in the state of football right now, you're going to get bigger, stronger, faster athletes. Everybody don't want to be a running back anymore. People want to be receivers. People want to catch that ball. People want to be defensive backs. So the more kind of athletes you put on the field, the better you are. You know what I mean, as far as your offense goes. But for me, I think the philosophy goes, you got to put the ball in athletes' hands.
Right.
I mean, and if your athlete's a 5'9", 160-pound kid, don't put him at running back.
Yeah.
Put him at slot receiver and let him get in space, because him in space is more dangerous than him running between the tackles.
Yeah.
So kind of that's where I kind of started off with the Georgia Southern, kind of reading the defensive end, run a little bit of option, but you turn that into, instead of you running a pitch man, you just toss it out to him.
Oh, that. Okay.
So you don't have to have a great athlete at quarterback, but you got to have a guy that's smart,
Right.
being able to kind of lead and kind of make the right decision. And it's a point guard. Same thing you see every single day in basketball and every single day in football is the quarterback is not the best athlete. He's the guy that put the ball in the players' hands when they need it. So
Right.
that's kind of what I go by and live by. So.
How you feel with working with your brother pretty much, man? It's like y'all do a lot, man. I can call. Hey, Stu, what's up? Oh, me and Chris, we here. Yeah. Well, dog, what? Y'all getting there, y'all balling.
Man, it's 2 peas in a pod, man. That's my brother, man. That's the best man in my wedding. There's just somebody I can kind of look up to and look to for things.
Yeah.
You know, those are 2 different things. Looking up to is because he does everything right all the time.
Yeah.
And then look to is if you're in time of need, he gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
He gonna be a shoulder, and he gonna be that hammer too.
Yeah.
So just working with him, man, it's a blessing. We started off together.
Yeah.
Lakeland High School. You know, we started together, so it's kind of you got to do it.
All right.
You got to do it. There's no other choice. That's all you know. That's all you're familiar with. So he's a brother, man, for real. If you get a chance to kind of talk to him again, man, please give that man his flowers because he deserves it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And shoot, we done been in a few y'all games, man. And my thing too, Coach, I want to know this. I know I always hear, I never really played the offensive side of the ball, man. You know, I really, it's like my mama birthed me to be a linebacker.
Yeah.
But I want to know, I always hear they say they script the first 10, 15 plays of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you do?
I do. I script the first 10. I do script the first 10. The thing is, you want to see where the defense lines up versus whatever formations you run.
Okay.
Whatever your main concepts are, whatever you see on film, you got to trust yourself. Because on Friday night, bullets flying. You know what I mean? You see, you go back to your homework, man. You do your homework on Saturday morning, Sunday, all throughout the week in practice. And then on Friday night, man, it may look a little bit different, but you got to trust. That's why you build your script. You build 10. I build 10. A lot of coaches build 5. A lot of coaches build 10. A lot of coaches build 15. But me, I think 10 is comfortable because I get everything I want to see at the very, very beginning of the game. So, don't differentiate from it. I have done that before. But locking in that first 10 is vital.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Coach, this is my last thing for you. If you could just give a positive take to players out there, because, we always, all of us want to go D1 coming out of high school, especially from the state of Florida. But if you can give an encouraging message and just kind of speak to what can help them be successful and just not even just want to go D1, just playing college football, what can help them be successful to go play college football and move on to the next level?
I think the first thing is, man, academics. I'm a geometry teacher. I see it all the time. Kids that are outstanding athletes, they got to get it done in the classroom, man. That's the main thing. And then you got to have somebody in your corner that's gonna, tell you when you're doing right, when you're doing wrong, and hold you accountable to that. That's kind of the next thing.
Yeah.
Like, kids gonna get grades. They gonna go D1, you gonna get the grades. Yeah. You got to. The next thing is, who you gonna have in your corner that's, hey, man, you don't need to go out tonight.
Yeah.
You got homework. Who's gonna hold you accountable in those times where you can go either way? Because going either way can lead you down the wrong direction. Then you're gonna be in trouble coming down the road looking for those things. And kind of the last thing is, man, you got to stay consistent. Stay consistent. The work don't stop when you get to that scholarship.
Yeah,
it just starts.
Yeah,
it's a hard thing. I know you guys have seen it. That schedule that they sent out and put on all over social media. Yeah. Wake up at 5. That's true. It is. It's hard. It's hard being a Division I athlete, but it just have the people in your corner, man. Academics, and stay consistent. That's my main thing for those guys.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, y'all heard it right here, man. He's putting in work, and he want to help you be successful. Victory Christian, they building a legacy, and they trying to build a dynasty at the same time, man.
Yes,
and he gave some great information, consistency, grades, and get you a mentor. Basically, that's what he's telling you. And this right here is going to help not just you right now, but for the future, man. So y'all take heed to what he got going on. Check out him and Coach Stu this football season. And I'm telling you, man, Victory, not only just a nice program, they got nice fly uniform. They going to put the ball up. You heard it. This is the offensive coordinator. He said he going to put the ball up and down.
Got to.
And he needs somebody to come get it. So y'all might want to go over there and join him. But I'm going to leave y'all. I always leave y'all. Keep your head up and not down. An issue will fall to the ground. This is the Life Football Podcast. Catch you next time.